Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Sarzana, and I want to talk about all of the books that I want to read during this fall. I have a very ambitious TBR, so let's just get into it. A lot of these books are like series that I started last year, series that I've been wanting to get into and I've saved for the autumnal fall season. They give me fall vibes, so they've just kind of been sitting on my bookshelves and I want to read them this fall. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these, but that is why we build TBRs, because they are a goal. They are options. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get to all of these. I am a mood reader, so when the mood strikes and I don't have a book on hand, I will just go out and buy whatever genre I feel like reading at the time. So there's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. It's kind of going to be a little bit rapid fire because there's just so many and I can talk forever, so we're not going to keep you guys here forever, so let's get started. So the first book I have here is Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. I did read Legends and Lattes last year. I had a grand old time. It is cozy, it is warm, there is found family, there is a little bit of romance, and it's just like a warm hug. When I read Legends and Lattes, I just wanted to have like pumpkin spice latte, bakery goods, and just like have my fireplace on with a warm cozy blanket and just sit down and read. So I really want those feelings with this book, and I'm really excited to read this finally. I've really been saving this since this was released earlier this year, I believe. So yeah, I'm excited. So I have another cozy fantasy here. It is Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne. I don't know too much about this. I just know that it's a cozy fantasy read. I know it is similar to Legends and Lattes. We have assassins, we have queens, cafe owners who serves tea. They also own their own bookshop. So we have a bookshop owner who also serves tea. And it's just supposed to be warm and cozy, and there is a little bit of action. I'm not sure if it's super intense. I'm okay with it not being super intense. I've had my eye on this for a little bit and I've heard really good things about this, so I'm just really excited. And then next we have another cozy read, A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I have heard really good things about this last year. I know I'm late. I'm always late starting books that are loved by everyone, but that's okay because we're getting to it and I'm really excited to read this book. I know that there is a little bit of mystery surrounding an author and the students trying to uncover something, and it just seems really interesting. I know that there's a little bit of romance in here as well, so that's all I really need. If you say that there is a library involved, like, I'm already sold. And speaking of libraries, I'm going to also be putting this on my TBR, The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lind. I picked this up on a whim. It is beautiful. It has adorable sprayed edges, and the naked hardback is also beautiful, and there's also vibrant artwork inside the book. I know that we have a little bit of romance in this, and this is like a urban fantasy. So the setting is in New York City, and I love New York, and the fact that this has a library. This girl is going into the library to play a monster, and the monster ends up being a gorgeous man. So say less. That's all I need. That's literally all I need. You guys are gonna laugh at me because a lot of these books, I just don't know what it's about, but I literally put on my TBR because all vibes. And this next book I've had on my TBR for like a few years now, and I just haven't gotten to it. And I'm a little worried because I have been growing out of my YA era, and as I'm getting older, they just don't interest me. So I'm a little worried how I'm going to feel about this, but I really want to read the series after this series. So I don't know. What is that called? Is that like a sequel to it, I guess? I don't know. But I am really wanting to dive into those books, and I know that you don't have to, but I like having background, so I'm going to be picking up Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I know that there's a carnival, there is romance, there is some action scenes. I don't really know. Carnival, Halloween. Every time I think of Halloween, I think of carnivals and haunted houses and stuff. So that's it. That's literally why I'm picking this up. And the next book that I finally want to read is Foxglove by Adeline Grace. I loved Belladonna. I loved the dark spookiness of that book. It wasn't like scenes that were hard to manage and stuff like that. It was just a dark, eerie fantasy book. There wasn't like high stakes either, but it was also mysterious. I am hoping for the same vibes here, and I know that this book is also surrounding murder mysteries and Signa playing detective. Her powers are at play, and I really want to know what happens with her in Darkness, but I'm also a little bit worried because I heard that this book isn't really about Signa, which is very confusing, so a little hesitant because of that. We'll figure it out if we like it or not, and I'll decide if I want to pick up Wisteria because I know that's also being released soon this year, or it has, so we shall see. And this next book is a Fairy Loot edition that came in either my YA or my adult box. I can't remember because they like come in together, but the cover, you guys, when I saw it, I was like, fall. I'm reading it this fall. I don't even know what it's about, but literally, look at this. Look how beautiful this cover is. I will put it closer to you so you can see it. Hopefully it's not like blurring for you guys. How beautiful is that? It's so gorgeous. And hold on, let me show you the sprayed edges. This is so pretty. And look at the inside. So this is the cover. This is the hardback. And look at this. I hope it's focusing for you. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. And like, we have foiling. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. And then look at the back. The cover art is to die for. Like, yes. I'm thinking about reading this in like October maybe because it's about witches and it's like a sapphic romance, and really excited to read about witches and whatever this building is right here. It just looks so beautiful. I can't get over this. And this next book is also sort of like Halloween vibes in a way. It's like a ghost romance, and it's titled I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda's Son, and it is just such a beautiful copy. This is also a Fairy Loot edition. As you guys can tell, I'm really trying hard to get into my Fairy Loot copies because they've just been sitting there collecting dust and they need to be read. Look at this. So beautiful. I love this artwork in here, and the inside is just the edges. The hardback is what like made me want to read this. So pretty. So apparently this girl, this is like a college romance. This girl, she is walking around in the woods. She comes across this body of this golden retriever popular boy that goes to her college, and he wants her to resurrect him. So I'm guessing he's like a ghost, and he's like talking to her and telling her to like resurrect him, and they fall in love. So it's like a ghost romance. I am excited to read this. I wonder what's going to happen. I really hope he does come back to life because that'd be so cool. I hope she doesn't die because that would make me sad. I hate sad endings. I don't read books that don't have a happy ending. I just don't, because we have enough sadness in life. So I refuse. I will literally like DNF it or give it like a 1-star rating because I will be so upset. All right, so this other book gives me dark and eerie vibes as well, and it is like a fantasy kind of book. I want to read The Familiar by Lehigh Bardugo. I have heard really good things about this book as well, and I have FOMO. No, right, but like really, this book is about this girl and she's like trying to make an income or something like that. She's trying to be financially stable, I think. And there's like science and political intrigue, and there's some talk about like her being Jewish, and so I don't really know like the gist of it, but there is also magic in this. So I'm just really excited because I know Lehigh Bardugo's writing is superior, and I honestly haven't read any of her books. Like, I know there's like Shadow and Bone and stuff, and I watched the series a little bit, but now I want to like read the books because I heard the books are better than the show. And also like the Six of Crows series. I don't know. I will get to those eventually, but I'm really excited to read this, and it just like gives me like eerie vibes. And it's like, it even says in here, I'm just gonna read like the first few sentences to you guys. Fate can be changed, curses can be broken. In a shabby house on a shabby street in the capital of Madrid, Lucia Catado uses scraps of magic to get through her days of endless toil as a scullion. But when her scheming mistress discovers that the lump of a servant cowering in the kitchen is actually hiding a talent for little miracles, she demands Lucia use those gifts to better the family's social position. So Lucia is going to be used, but I guess she's also going to be getting paid well, and I know that there's a little bit of romance in here, so we'll see what goes into this. I like going into books blindly without knowing what they're about, like all vibes really, and I just feel like it just makes it so much more interesting. Another book that I'm super excited to read is Gothic Anna by Runex. I'm really excited to read this book, and I just know that it's like eerie, dark. Story takes place in like a creepy castle, so just like looking at it, I'm just like, yes. I'm gonna read like the back of it for you guys a little bit because context. That Deverell, the silver-eyed devil of Varenmore, the dark god who played like it was both a blessing and a curse, her multifaceted, enigmatic, one-time lover who knew the secrets of her soul. He'd found her. I want to read this. All vibes. Okay, so I want to get into this book because it will be finishing off a series that I started earlier this year. It just gives me cozy mystery vibes a little bit. So I want to finish the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by reading Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. I love Carrie Maniscalco's writing. Absolutely devoured the Kingdom of the Curse series. I devoured it. I also recently read Throne of the Fallen as well, and it was just so good. And I started Stalking Jack the Ripper earlier this year. I love the series, so I want to finish this year. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you've heard me gushing about all of the books that I read in this series, and it is basically the same. It is historical. There is murder mysteries. There's a little bit of romance, and it's just super delicious, super fun. It's just a grand old time, and it's very fast paced, so I read these really quick. Just a lot of fun. And keeping that same momentum with that historical romance murder mystery, I do want to start the series A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayburn. This is the Veronica Speedbell mystery. There is a whole series about these books, and I know that there are many. I don't even know how many there are, but I know there are many, and I just want to start this, and I want to see what it's all about. I've heard a lot of rave about this, and I'm just really excited. I love a good historical mystery with a little bit of dash of romance. Then I want to read The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Montana. I am really excited to read this. This has been on my TBR for quite some time, and I just haven't just it and read it. I heard really good things about it. I know it's like witchy, there is found family, and it's cozy. It just gives really good vibes, so I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like this is going to be kind of like the X-Hex, and the X-Hex and the Kiss Curse were one of my top tier favorite cozy small town romances, and there are like witches. I want to get those same feelings with this. I honestly might read the X-Hex and Kiss Curse, but I'm not going to put that in this because I'm not going to be like purely mood read basis because I've already read those, but I love them. So we'll see what happens. I will probably reread them. And then this next one I purely put on here because of what I've heard everyone talking about. It just sounds like it's going to gross me out, but also it's going to like really interest me. I just want to go into it and see how I feel about it because I've heard so many people talk about this. I want to read Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. I know that this is about 2 serial killers and there's like cannibalism in it, and that just sounds disgusting. It's just wrong. Just so intriguing. I want to know what it's about. I know that this is also like a small town romance, so it just sounds really cool. Perfect for the fall. And speaking of perfect for the fall, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson is also making its way into my TBR for the fall. I said that I am trying to stay away from YA books. However, this has really drawn me in. There is like a TV series about it too, and before I even watch the TV series, I want to read the books. So I want to start this and see how I feel about it. I know that this book is about Pip and she solves murder mysteries or something like that, and that's kind of it. I read the One of Us is Lying series. It was okay, and I'm really hoping that this is a little bit more superior to that because I didn't continue on with those series. So let's see how this is. So now we're going to go into the thrillers a little bit. I have 3 thrillers on my TBR that I want to read, and this one I have been very hesitant to pick up because of the author. But at the same time, I want to give it a shot because I've heard so many good things about this book and the creep factor of it, and it sounds perfect for Halloween and like spooky season. I'm gonna read Verity by Colleen Hoover. I know that this is about an author dying or something and their book's needing to be finished, and some weird stuff happened. The author's manuscript is hidden from their parents or their father or something like that because there is content in it that is going to devastate their family. And yeah, it just sounds mysterious and I am all for it. And then the next book that I want to read is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I know that this is about a high school reunion or something, or college reunion. There are a few students who are attending. Something had occurred while they were in school. Someone passed away and I don't really know what happened, obviously. They all start to get killed off one by one or something like that, and I love a mystery like that. We're gonna be trying to figure out who murdered that person, I guess, and it's just going to be a grand old time. And lastly, I have Home Is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose, and I absolutely love this. This is so freaking cool. It's in like a VHS sleeve. I love this. And this looks like a VHS. So cool, and I love the cover. I'm like really excited to read this. I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's by Geneva Rose, and I absolutely love her writing. The Perfect Marriage was so good. I had no idea what was going on, and the ending just like had my jaw on the ground. Yeah, so I'm really excited to read this. Her books always give me goosebumps. For context, I believe that this is about siblings who go through their dead parents' things in like the attic or garage or whatever, and they find these VHS tapes and they see their parents doing some crazy stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of uncovering maybe murder mysteries or something like that, considering the fact that there's like blood splatter on the book cover. So yeah, I'm just so excited to read this. Alright, my friends, that is kind of it. I know that I didn't give you guys much context on what these books are about because I seriously just go off of vibes when I am picking out books, especially for seasons. And all of these books have been on my TBR and I've been really excited to read them. So I am just going to put them on my TBR and see if I can get through these. I did start school back up, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have juggling schoolwork and my full-time job. However, I am, if not anything, ambitious, and I'm just really excited for the fall. It's like 80 degrees outside and I'm wearing like a little sweater and stuff because fall, and I'm wearing my combat boots. I'm just so ready for fall and pumpkin spice everything. I'm just really excited. What are you guys looking forward to reading during the fall? Are any of these books on your TBR, or has there been books just sitting on your TBR that you've been saving for the fall season? Let me know down below. I would love to know. Alright, my friends, that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you will not miss any videos from me in the near future. And au revoir until next time. Bye.